Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the collective for all signs for May 26th, 2020. This is a reading for all signs, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this reading. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. Messages for the collective, May 26th, 2020. We had some beautiful, beautiful soulmate energy coming out yesterday. Whoa. Whoa, what's going on here? All right. Eight of Swords. I like it. Uh-oh. Okay. King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. The King of Swords is all about truth and all about authenticity. Coming out in the upright, he's a very generous ruler. It could represent an aspect of yourself, the masculine aspect of yourself, or a masculine energy in your life or around you. The King of Swords is somebody also who could work in the justice system. Again, with the Justice card, some of you might be going through a legal matter. Could be a divorce or some sort of court case or some sort of settlement or child custody. The King of Swords is about telling the truth. He is very logical. He's very intellectual. Again, he's going to stand in his authenticity. He's not going to do anything that undermines that either. Okay, so what we've got coming out here is the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. More specifically, it's Jupiter and Gemini. The Eight of Swords, when it's in the upright, is a card of worst case scenario thinking, being anchored in negative thoughts. It's also about it's also just sort of about, the coulda, woulda, shoulda's and this anxious energy, depression. But when it's in the reverse, it's what I really like because it's seeing things for the way they are. It's seeing things without, not through rose-colored glasses and not through the opposite either, not through a dark lens or a shadowy lens where everything is awful. So it's freeing yourself. This blindfold is coming off and she's realizing this person in the card is realizing that she is not in such a bad situation. She could be worse off, okay? So I get some of you guys are actually being optimistic, okay, despite maybe what's going on around you. What we have coming out is the Justice card in reverse, which I don't like. Justice in reverse is Libra energy, but it's about something being one-sided or unfair. So take it how it resonates, apply it to your situation. Some of you guys are realizing, that some things just are unfair, but I feel like you're really comfortable with the fact that the universe is going to balance things out in the end. Some of you might be dealing with somebody who, because there are some cups here, but it's the Five of Cups. Some of you might have been dealing with somebody who is quite harsh or kind of cutting with their words, a little bit insensitive. Okay, and you feel like it was really unfair of, that person to say it like that, to behave that way. Okay, or, you can flip-flop the characters as well. You could be sort of reevaluating and looking at your role in the situation and saying, you know what, it wasn't fair of me to project that on this situation or on this person or to say it that way or what have you. And it's kind of like a reckoning if it really speaks to your energy. And I'm picking up on that reckoning because we do have that Hermit card, the Virgo energy. But regardless, I see you guys really reacting to whatever situation this is by going within, going into isolation, even more so than we really are. So it could be just that you're not talking to a lot of people about what's going on. It could be that, you've actually physically distanced yourself by, maybe taking a drive or going for a walk. Really, I'm getting this energy of trying to ground yourself. Some of you might be earthing, especially in the northern hemisphere, as it's getting warmer out, taking your shoes off and really sinking your feet into the ground. But the Hermit energy is beautiful because it's all about trying to get a real sort of grasp on what's going on within in relation to this sort of outer situation, whether it's a court case, it's child custody, whether it's a breakup, whether you feel like you were treated unfairly at work, or maybe some of you were even laid off. The sort of outcome energy here, we have the Five of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. I do get that this is, this is something that is causing you or has caused you or will cause you a bit of, a little bit of sorrow. This is Mars in Scorpio energy, and we do have this new moon, so it could be something that happened in this new moon in Gemini that we just had. We're still in that energy, or it could be something that's sort of playing out by the time we get to this new moon in Cancer. But the Five of Cups is sadness, it's sorrow, but what she isn't seeing, and I think, there is a little bit of a risk here of being unfair to yourself, especially to my Scorpios out there listening, or if you have Scorpio placements. Scorpios can sort of go down this dark rabbit hole, and then like when they come out, I would know because I have Scorpio in my chart as well, and you come out and you're like, I made that so much worse for myself. Like just giving a little time and space, I think, is when, she's going to turn around and see these beautiful blessings that are surrounding her. And she's kind of focused on the Three Cups that she's lost and maybe feels a little bit hopeless, but Spirit's saying it's not all lost. There's actually some really nice, these Two of Cups coming in. For some of you guys, you might feel like it's a breakup and you might not be understanding somebody's withdrawal, or you might have been ghosted. Okay, it may be by this King of Swords, right? But you might feel like you've been ghosted, but Spirit's saying, it's important to, it could be this person too needed some time away from the relationship and, what have you. And so really seeing the big picture, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you find out what actually happened, that it wasn't you, or it wasn't something that you did. Okay. And that type of, so a scenario similar to that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull Psychic Tarot for us to get a few more messages for the collective, May 26th, 2020. Okay, and you get Stand Your Ground, the Seven of Wands. So Spirit's like, don't give up. Again, for some of you who have been ghosted or you're not in communication with someone, Spirit's saying don't give up so easily. Don't go into that, oh, I did something wrong. Oh, I shouldn't have sent that. I shouldn't have sent that message. I shouldn't have said it like that. I sounded needy. Whatever it might be. Okay, so Spirit's saying get out of that energy. Okay, because this is, I don't feel like this is over. Okay, and I think, there you might be projecting, you might be healing. There might be some old wounds or some of your history in relationships, even going back to your childhood. It could even be to past lives. But I think there's some of those wounds that are being triggered at this moment, with maybe, with whatever this separation might be, or whatever this is, whatever this injustice you're feeling. Okay, again, it could be a loss of a job, and Spirit's like, don't turn on yourself. Make sure that you're careful with your self-talk, and also, take a look at any sort of inner child work. Remember, catch yourself. Would you allow someone to say what you're saying to yourself? Would you allow someone to say that to your child? Or would you allow someone to say that to your best friend, or one of your parents, or, your grandparents, or something like that? If the answer is no, then it's, stop saying it to yourself. Okay, obviously if it's somebody else, that's different. And for some of you, it very well might be this King of Swords energy, might be saying things that just aren't fair. He might have not said something, he or she, it's not gender, it's energy, might have said something that really hurt your feelings and you feel like it wasn't fair, but Spirit's saying, you know what, I don't want to say, I just said it though, toughen up, right? Don't let this tank you, and don't let this send you into sort of like a tailspin where you lose focus, okay? Because this Five of Cups is letting her emotions get in the way of seeing these two really amazing, beautiful blessings that are right there. Wow, look at this. You get spiritual union. All right. And sorry, I flipped it over. And you get the Law of Attraction card. So you get the 7 and the 8 of Wands. You have 2 8s coming out here, the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. And so 88, this is about manifestation. This is about abundance. This is about, your spiritual journey. This is beautiful because we get that soulmate relationship. So this is definitely a relationship that's important to you. Again, some of you might have thought, wow, you found your soulmate and you might be in separation. Spirit saying, fight for it, fight for yourself. Don't let this, don't let this lower your vibration. Okay. Because that's not going to help you at all. Wish for the stars. Okay. And, these blocks will be dissolved. I feel like there will be communication coming in, and it's going to come in quite rapidly, and you're going to have a better idea or understanding of what was actually going on. Because oftentimes when our self-worth isn't operating at an all-time high and somebody stops talking to us, or we don't understand somebody's actions, or they say something the wrong way, we immediately go into, something I did. Okay. And Spirit's saying, there's no room for that. You're better. You're stronger than this. This is a very caring connection. This is a beautiful union. I feel like there's some things that, even though you are sort of seeing that, you're not thinking worst case scenario, you're coming out of that, but that might be the energy that you have to step into. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull, I always forget, mystical wisdom cards for us for additional messages. Okay, you get self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. Yeah, so again, for some of you, this is a breakup, or you guys aren't communicating, or somebody may have ghosted you. Spirit's saying it's not going to help you to focus on that. Focus on you right now. Focus on what you need, what you want, okay? Apart from this relationship or this job or, whatever journey you're on, okay? This is important. This is, being self-reliant is going to also make you more attractive. All right, and go with the flow. Let things happen. I love that because it's right on top of our Law of Attraction card. At the bottom of the deck, you get celebration, let go, and have fun. So some of you might have been really, down about whatever's going on. I'm getting the sense that it's not over, that there's something that you're not seeing. There's a reason that you're not in communication. It could be something that you'll find out later, like this person was ill or, what have you, or lost their job or whatever it might be. But I am getting that it's most likely a romantic situation, but for some of you, it's not. Some of you are going to see in the end, maybe you were laid off, from a job, but they did that in order to benefit you so you could collect unemployment, whatever it might be. I mean, there's a lot of different situations here that I'm picking up on, but it's important. You are self-reliant, and go with the flow. Let things happen. Don't try to go against the stream. Just say, okay, all right, I got this. 5 of Cups is all about being resourceful, okay? And that you are, and that, things aren't as bad as they seem. And I think with a little bit of time and a little bit of distance between you and the situation, that you're going to see it. And I don't feel like this is like a major, I feel like this is something that's not going to last very long. So like if you're feeling down or you're not in communication with someone, or you don't have a job, like it's sort of ephemeral, like it's not lasting. It's not going to last really long. Okay. And then you get forgiveness. So really important that you forgive yourself. And I think some of you guys are really I think you were starting to think worst case scenario here. Okay. And you're thinking, and then you're going to end up, forgiving the silence or forgiving yourself. Okay. And I think you're going to have a perspective change here. That's going to make you feel really good. Okay. So I still feel like there's something that you don't quite see, or you don't know. Either this person isn't telling you, or, this situation, there were things going on behind the scenes that you couldn't quite see. And once you come into that realization, you're going to forgive yourself. You're going to forgive everyone involved, and be on your merry way, whether that's in union, whether that's with a new job, whether that's solo, whatever it might be. All right, so I'm going to take this one. Lots of green, lots of heart chakra coming out here, you guys. So healing, okay? Also, for those of you that do angel work, this is, I just forgot who it was. Raphael. Okay, this card came out yesterday, but it wanted to come out again. So the first card out, the first heart, take a look at it. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Yeah, so for some of you guys, this might have been an argument, okay? Again, it doesn't all have to be romantic. I'm leaning towards the romance in this reading and yesterday's reading as well, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a job. It could be that, somebody said something that was true, but they didn't sugarcoat it and it hurt. And it probably shouldn't have been so blunt and so direct. Okay, or there's been some sort of separation, and in your mind you've been, criticizing yourself, criticizing the person or your boss or the company, but with time you're going to see that wasn't that your perspective is going to shift, and that's going to allow for forgiveness. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Ooh, so for some of you, you have been ghosted, and Spirit saying, don't go into that self-blame. Don't do it. They still really like you, or, they really love you. Maybe you guys are in separation. There's something going on that you can't quite see. And I know I just keep repeating that. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Yeah, so there's some healing that's going to take place. Forgiveness. There's the lesson here is to learn to be self-reliant and to go with the flow. Not everything is your fault. And I really, really think you're going to find out that the whole reason behind all of this and this Five of Cups energy, this sadness, a little bit of this grief, doesn't really have that much. It doesn't have much to do with you, but the other person or circumstances. But when we're feeling sensitive, and we're not standing in our when we're not completely aligned, or something's a little bit out of balance, we have a tendency to look for how we could correct this or what we did wrong, and Spirit saying, don't fall into that. Focus on you, have fun. You're going to find out all you need to know soon enough. Okay. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.